From Kanye West snatching a fan's phone and throwing it away, to the Beatles legend John Lennon being stalked and gunned down outside his own apartment. These are the craziest and most terrifying musician and fan interactions ever. We'll start off with the least surprising. Kanye West throwing a fan's phone in a fit of rage. Typical modern-day Kanye behavior, if you ask me. But first, 2 questions. Why and how did this happen? In a viral video published by TMZ, the 45-year-old rapper appears frustrated with the woman who's filming him from inside her vehicle. It's not clear whether the woman is a member of the paparazzi or simply a fan. But either way, West doesn't seem to care at all. The infamous rapper quickly loses his patience and his cool, hops out of his own vehicle, and angrily confronts her. Yikes. Imagine coming face to face with an enraged Ye. No thanks. While he was being filmed, Kanye said, "You don't have to run up on me like that. If I say stop, stop with your cameras." The woman then pushes back, telling West he's a celebrity, which only seems to aggravate him even more. He then grabs her phone and throws it. Both videos were apparently recorded near a sports complex. And get this, it is the same complex where his 9-year-old daughter, Northwest, had a scheduled basketball game. Father of the Year? I don't think so. Not surprisingly, a question on everyone's mind is what kind of trouble is the rapper facing? As a result of the incident, Kanye West faces a battery investigation. Not his finest moment. But honestly, this has to be one of the more mellow instances, compared to some of his recent antics. And that's saying a lot. Now, if you thought that fan encounter was wild, you won't believe this next one. Remember Green Day, the rock band that took the 2000s by storm? Well, while performing at the 2012 iHeartRadio Festival, the lead singer, Billie Joe Armstrong, was apparently overcome by the intensity of the situation and abruptly interrupted the set, out of nowhere. Armstrong starts yelling the F word, a total of 22 times to be exact. Eventually, he became so overwhelmed with emotion that he smashed his guitar. Poor guitar. When I think about Armstrong's behavior, one word comes to mind: basket case. A few days after the incident, Green Day officially announced that they were canceling several of their upcoming shows, and that Armstrong would be receiving addiction treatment. But if that musician and fan interaction wasn't crazy enough for you, wait until you get a load of this one. Does anyone remember the moment someone hit rap legend Kid Cudi with a wallet? This moment gives an entirely new meaning to the word starstruck. So, what exactly happened? And why did Cudi get so upset? It all started when Kid Cudi was performing at a concert in Vancouver, Canada. Someone threw a wallet at Cudi while he was performing, and the rapper did the right thing. He gave the wallet back. But unfortunately, to the wrong person. This person then threw the wallet back on stage, also trying to do the right thing. But Cudi took major offense to this, quickly jumped off the stage, and started taking shots at the person who threw the wallet back. Man, oh man, that escalated pretty quickly. While this is simply a case of miscommunication, we definitely would not want to be on the receiving end of that. Cudi fans aren't the only ones who have been exposed to a musician's rage, and that's for sure. Check out these kids who were yelled at by none other than the Biebs himself. Now, if you find Justin Bieber's screeching 13-year-old fans annoying, don't worry, because you're not alone. Apparently, so does Justin. The young pop singer is known for famously lashing out at his fans on occasion, sometimes even storming off the stage and never returning. Talk about a diva. One such incident happened back in 2015. While performing in Norway, the 24-year-old got angry when some fans spilled water on the stage. He then screamed, "Yo, what are you doing? Stop it!" As fans tried to steal the rag he was using to dry the stage, he lashed out again, saying, What are you doing? Listen to me. Are you listening? I'm trying to wipe the floor. Give me a second. Then, when a fan reached for the rag again, he gave up and walked right off the stage. Just like celebs who get mad at fans, some fans take it one step too far. Or 5. There are always going to be horrible people at shows, trying to start fights. And when you combine aggressive music with alcohol, people are bound to act out. Thankfully, many artists don't stand for this, not one bit. Take Dave Grohl, for instance. Nothing about a Foo Fighters show should be dangerous, and Dave had no time to fight at their 2011 iTunes Festival performance. The crew was well into playing their hit track, Skin and Bones, when suddenly, Grohl saw a man beating someone up in the crowd. Side note, who does that at a concert? Dave quickly called the guy out for wailing on the fan, yelling, "You don't fight at my show. Look at me. Get out of my show right now." After, security took care of the unruly fan. Dave wanted to make sure that his message was crystal clear. He added, "You don't come to my show and fight. You come to my show and dance." What a legend. You gotta love Dave. The guy's a class act. Speaking of interacting with fans, this next moment is a true heartwarmer. In 2010, Michael Bublé invited a young fan on stage for an incredible duet. Michael Bublé has been in the spotlight for over 3 decades, so it would be an understatement to say he understands how to captivate a crowd. But at this particular performance, it was a 15-year-old fan, Sam, who stole the stage. During one of Bublé's Birmingham performances, a woman in the crowd told Bublé that her son would love to perform alongside him. Amazingly, Sam was then given the opportunity to perform with Bublé, who invited him on stage. But then, something magical happened when Michael requested that his band play Nina Simone's song, "Feelin' Good." Bublé sings the first line, and then passes the microphone to Sam for the second line. Bublé is completely taken aback by Sam's vocal talent. The two go ahead and perform an incredible duet that electrifies the audience. The viral clip was originally shown during a documentary about Michael's career, and it's safe to say fans absolutely loved it. How do we know? Well, the clip has racked in more than 30 million views. While singing on stage with fans can be fun, these next moments are the complete opposite. There's nothing fun about stalking or breaking into your favorite celeb's private home. Unfortunately, the one and only Rihanna knows this all too well. Back in 2018, a 27-year-old fan jumped the fence outside of the singer's home and disabled the alarm system. Freaky, right? He then proceeded to spend 12 whole hours inside her home. Luckily, he was eventually discovered by her assistant, who later shared that he had unpacked an overnight bag and was charging his phone. Exactly 1 year later, after being convicted of stalking charges, the stalker was officially ordered to stay away from the singer for 10 years. 10 years? Is that all? Since then, Rihanna has beefed up her security. While the singer's case is truly terrifying, no other stalker case is more tragic than that of the great John Lennon. Do you remember that infamous picture of John Lennon signing an autograph for Mark David Chapman, the man who would murder Lennon later that day? Well, it's been published millions of times since it was taken nearly 40 years ago, and is considered one of the 20th century's most infamous and haunting moments. The photo was taken just 2 hours before Chapman blasted 3 bullets into Lennon's back and 1 in his shoulder. As the former Beatle returned to the Dakota, his New York apartment with then-wife Yoko Ono, Chapman was believed to have been a crazed fan, hell-bent on killing a public figure. And unfortunately, John Lennon was his first pick. So, from controversial rapper Kanye West snatching and throwing a fan's phone, to a stalker that decided to take the life of the iconic John Lennon, those were the craziest and most terrifying musician and fan interactions ever.